it's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Hour live stream. We'll do a little tiny shop haul of what I got at the market this weekend, the handmade market. And then we're just going to continue making some progress, trimming. We have some cowboy boots and some little bunny faces that we've been working on. And I've been trying to do like a bunch of stuff outside of the stream, so it's been like usually I work on like this stuff outside the stream, but I just haven't really had the time to do that yet. So our little shop haul at Crafty Wonderland was great. I got this like really cute little cow print candle. Isn't this just so cute? It also it smells really good too. It smells like lilacs. So this is Tall Grass Pottery. She has some really cute little things. She has this look in like a mug too. that was pretty cute. And then I got some here's a sticker. This one is a pin and it has like little like shiny, I don't think they're like gold. I don't know. It has like little shiny flecks in the pin. And then this one's a little magnet, a little cake. Rowing Kingsbury made these. All these artists have like an Instagram too, if you want to check them out. I have them all linked on my Instagram. If you go to my like highlight section called favorites, those are like the things that I've purchased that are like handmade by people, and I just kind of like want to share other shops. And this one is like super cute. It's a little I'm gonna use it as like a wallet, but it's like for carrying like tea bags. It has a little pocket here, and like, I don't know, I just feel like it's so cute. I got a bag at Crafty Wonderland, and it has the same strawberry pattern on it, but it's by a different person. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like this and the purse, or like the bag purse thing, would go together like perfectly, because like they look so similar. And I think the other one has maybe like a gingham pattern on it too. So super cute. And that is by Chet and Dot. Actually, yeah, their name is on the inside. Chet and Dot. Super cute stuff. She does a lot of I follow a lot of her work. She does paper mache type things, like kind of like home decor type things for their walls or like your desk. And then like some stuff is like felted or sewn. Just a great variety. And then let me see if this will fit. I got this. This is just a print. I think it's Mandy Arroyo. Again, these are all linked on my Instagram, but here's a close-up of her name. But yeah, I think this was really cute. I really like the loose style, but it's also really colorful. So I feel like this is just like really perfect for my house. And it came with this little like magnetic hanger. It's just like so easy to just hang up, and I know myself, I'm not gonna go and buy a frame. I hate buying frames. It's really overwhelming. And then how can I show this one? This one is a sweatshirt, and it is like I don't know, it's not tie-dyed. Like the display and stuff said it was like hand painted, and it's just like all kinds of like colors just kind of like blending together, and it's just like really really fun. I love it. And this is by A Little Lark, if you want to check her stuff out. She has she also does like it looked like screen printing and stuff, but I really liked that kind of like painted, colorful t-shirts and stuff. But she has a bunch of like t-shirts, sweatshirts for adults and kids. Yeah. So let's get started. And where's my, let me grab my banding wheel. It's getting like really hard. I should probably like water them. We'll just like do another cowboy boat, and then once we finish that, we'll work on the bunnies. I should check on these over the weekend, but I like did not even think about it. That's why it's really good for me to do this live stream, because it makes me actually sit down and check out like what is happening over here. Okay. Let me see. I think I'll just like add a bit of water to I don't always like add water to it just like right before trimming, because you'll kind of just like it really needs to soak in. But let me just kind of like maybe do the front, and then we'll start trimming on the back or something. We'll just kind of go from there. Maybe it will soak in a tiny bit before we start carving out the front. So this is the back. Just like, okay, here we go. Well, we had a rainy weekend, so I really did not do much other than, yeah, I went to Crafty Wonderland. That's the market I've been trying to get into, but they didn't let me in this year. But I don't know, I kind of feel like I need to get more like inventory in the shop. And I really wanted to show them that I could do like all these like underglazed things. But when they were reviewing like my website and stuff and my work, I didn't really have much of that on there. Like there were a few things, but definitely this past shop update that I launched this weekend really showed like so many more pieces that are underglazed and just like really unique. I feel like I don't feel like I see like a lot of underglazed work. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like a lot of the pottery that I see around town looks like kind of the same. It's either like kind of the same or extremely out there. like extremely niche, and it's like not my thing. Which is like, I mean, like as a business, like that's kind of what you want. You want to have like a niche and not like attract just anybody. So I don't know. I feel like I kind of need to like make my stuff stand out more maybe. And I think if I had a lot more stuff to show them, maybe I could get a booth in possibly next year or something. I don't know. It's like, that's gonna be my goal for the next year, is to make a bunch more. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like all over the place in like what I make. Like, I love like playing with glazes and like seeing what the different combinations look like. And like, I don't know, like I'm really drawn to just like color and all of that. Like some of them are just like really subtle and beautiful. But I also really like the like just fun, quirky stuff too. Like the cowboy boots that we did. So like, I don't want to only do underglaze work. I just kind of, I don't know, am inspired by different things at different points in time. So yeah, so we went to the market. Oh, the shop update has launched. If you hadn't heard about that yet, it launched a little later than I was hoping. I was hoping to do Saturday morning, but it was more like Saturday night. So the shop has been updated with the new items. So if you don't know, those are, so we've got 3 cowboy boots that have like all like different little designs on them. A bunny, we have a little brown bunny in there. A little like gingham strawberry dish. We have a little strawberry jam container with a little lid on it. That one's super cute. What else? There's like a little abstract floral dish. I'm kind of blanking because yesterday I was editing photos of the latest batch that I got, but those are not like in the shop yet. You know, I'm still editing the photos. So like, every time I think of like what has been added to the shop, I just keep thinking of the ones I was editing yesterday. Those will be coming like, I don't know, like maybe this weekend or something for like a back-to-back shop update. Let me think. We have so the little toast. So we have a little toast dish that has like a little like bit of like strawberry jam strewn across it. That one's in the shop now. Oh, Pop-Tarts, or the, I should say, the toaster pastries. There are 2 identical ones. They're, like, I use the same colors on them, so, in my, like, Instagram posts, they look the same, but they're, the sprinkle placement is slightly different. Those are in the shop. Those ones are discounted because they're kind of, I don't know. If you saw our little like kiln reveal, you can see maybe a close up in it. I don't know. The underglaze is doing like a weird thing. Like it's like like the pink background looks kind of bubbly, but not in a 3D bubbly way. Like it's not interacting with the glaze or like really making it like texturally bubbly, but like in a 2D way, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I really don't know how to explain what it's doing. So I like discounted those. The strawberry jam container is like ironically the most expensive thing in the shop right now, but it also has like a slight issue with like either the underglaze or the glaze. Like certain parts of it are just like basically at like the edges of where the glaze and underglaze are sitting, it kind of like curls up slightly, and I was like, this is weird. Not really sure what's going on there. So I discounted those, and all the descriptions say if they're discounted, but I'm selling on both Etsy and Maker Place, and they don't give you like a banner or anything to kind of like know if anything is kind of like seconds quality or anything. So I can only like kind of write it in the description and lower the price. There's not really anything else I can do to like note that. And right now I'm just going to like give our dish a little bit of a curve to it, to the like the edge here. Let me see. Actually, I think it's best if I like carve it from this side. Yeah, if you so if you're watching on Twitch, well, like Twitch or YouTube, there's gonna be a link like in my channel homepage thing. But if you're watching on YouTube later on, there's gonna be a link in the description for my shops. It's just like a link tree, so it gives you all of my links if you want to go to the Instagram, Etsy, or Maker Place. Whatever you prefer. The prices are the same on either shop. And I've removed my personal website because it's not really working out for me. I'm planning on making some slight changes to it. Mostly making it like non-e-commerce and then changing some of the pages around. Maybe like a page that like shows the work that I make. And like any kind of like news and updates type stuff. But I have to like wait a little bit. I have like so many things that I'm like trying to do. Like I really need to make some business cards. I need to make some more. That's kind of like a little bit more of a priority. And then, oh yeah, this past weekend I was like working on a my design contest submission for work. So I had to like put in a few hours into that. Kind of like set me a little bit behind on like what I probably would have done like in like underglazing. But that has been submitted, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Probably be a couple weeks till I hear back about it. What else? What is today? Is it Monday? I'm just like, I literally am just like, I don't even know what day it is. I'm just like, oh, I'm just so confused over here. I don't think I really have anything going on. I mean, I really haven't made much progress on underglazing. Because the shop update took me longer than I thought it would. And then I priced out the newest ceramic pieces. And I just have to finish either editing the photos. I'm having a hard time editing them, and I might need to take new photos of the new pieces. I kind of forgot, but I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to like watch some like videos on like, I don't know, stuff about like product photography and stuff, and this video is like, oh yeah, you know, like photographers are always saying how you should like the best time to shoot photos is like when it's overcast out instead of like when it's really sunny out, because then you won't get such harsh shadows. But then, so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's fine if I take some photos. It's been like pretty cloudy recently, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it's bright enough, like it's cloudy but it's like kind of bright, I don't know. So I went ahead and took some photos, and now that I'm editing them, I'm like, oh yeah, now I remember why I never do that. Because like I'm trying to like edit these photos and they're too dark, and it's like, okay, it's not a big deal to have to like brighten them, but the problem with that is color comes with light. So like it, like the camera like did not pick up the color very well, because like, I mean, like it did pick up color, but it just was not accurate like whatsoever when I tried to like lighten it. So now it's like extremely wonky when I'm trying to edit these photos. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll just have to retake some. But it's kind of like, if you've ever noticed, like, you know, like if you wake up in the middle of the night to like go to the bathroom or something, whatever, like even though it's like dark and you can see, like you can't like really see color, you know. And it's kind of like that with like the photos, because like it's just not bringing as much of that like information to the camera, if that makes any sense. Okay, I think I might put some, I'm gonna put a little bit of water down here. We didn't put any on the back yet, so I'm gonna put some down and then work on the front side. And I'll put some on the sides too. I don't know, I think the overcast might have been pretty good for maybe the videos. I don't know. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna say that because I haven't really looked at the videos. Or at least like the photos where I held pieces up. Most of the time my photos are just they're the pieces just sitting on the table or whatever. But I've been doing the shop update is gonna have some cups, so I'm definitely like holding those to show like how big they are. And I don't know, the color on those ones is not as bad, and it's not quite as dark. And I mean, that's kind of basically what I'm doing in the videos, is just like holding them up. So I don't know, I'm kind of assuming that maybe the videos are better, but I actually haven't really looked at them. I hate editing photos so much, but I definitely don't make enough money in my shop to like pay someone else to like take photos for me. I can't wait until that day comes because I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely better I've definitely improved, like, over time taking photos of my work, but it's still just, like, it's such a hassle, like what I'm talking about right now. So I spent, like, I don't know, like, how much time taking photos, and now I have to go and retake all of them again because I don't like how the lighting turned out. Like, I don't know. It's just that constantly. Or like you forgot to like get this one angle that all the other photos show, and you kind of need to show it with this one too. And then like you go and like take another photo of it, and like when you're trying to edit it, the colors are like completely different from the rest because it's like a different day and different different, like slightly different lighting and whatever. I don't know. Just I hate like how like the technical part of taking photos. I definitely take a lot of photos like for fun. Like I take a lot of photos of my pets or like on vacation, but that's like such a completely different thing, you know? I don't want to be like, I don't want to sound like too negative, like about how much I hate photography for like any photographers that are out there. But like as like a technical thing, I just really don't like it. It's just not my groove, you know? I feel like that is somewhat evident in like how I work, because I'm really liking like how organic it is to like do ceramics. Like, I mean, you're kind of supposed to have a plan start to finish, but like you don't have to. Like the whole thing isn't gonna derail if you make a change. Like, you know, I mean, you could have some problems if you're trying to do like some specific thing and then you like forgot to, I don't know, if you're like making a jar or something, or like a teapot, something that was like really specific. But like a lot of the stuff that I do in my ceramics is very like organic. I really don't like to plan too much. When I make things, a lot of the time I have no idea what it's going to look like when it's done. And that could be when I put clay on the wheel. I have I don't know, it like you're supposed to have an idea, but I just like don't, and I like that I don't need to. Like I'll be throwing on the wheel and Jason will be like, "What are you making?" And I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "What do you mean you don't know what you're making?" I'm like, "I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see where it goes." Like I literally have no idea what this is gonna be. Like if I can get tall enough, like a certain height, then I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a vase. But then if I can't get it to that height and like, I don't know, something goes wrong and it's pretty short, it's like, okay, maybe this is gonna be a cup or a bowl, and just kind of go from there. I don't know, it's very like, I work in a very like fluid way most of the time. I really don't like having to plan things out. I mean, I definitely do plan some things out, like the underglazing things, but if I don't have to, I won't plan it out. And I like not having to do that. I don't know. It really depends on like I don't know, like the things that you're making. That you would have to, I don't know. Like if you're like, if you're like throwing a like container on the wheel or something, you have to like, I don't know, probably throw like the lid near the same time. Definitely not after the other pieces like bisque, because then it's gonna be really hard to get the right size and stuff. Like there's a little bit of planning in that way, but otherwise, like I like that you don't really have to do much in this. Emmy, what are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. She's making weird noises over there. I need another coffee. I'm like really, really tired. I don't know what else is up. I still have a lot of underglaze stuff to plan out, like drawing the designs on them. But I have a bunch of bisqueware that I would like to get to before I don't know, start making more things, like on the wheel and stuff. I think I might make some more tripods. When we, like, maybe like the next time I come on the stream and we don't have anything else to trim. We're done with so this is the last cowboy boot at the moment. And then I have 2 bunny faces that need to be trimmed. And then once those are done, I think maybe we'll make some tripods. A while ago on the stream, I made these little, it's kind of like a little like cup-ish. And then it has like, it's a pretty like shallow cup with like 3 little tiny legs on it. I made those earlier in the stream and both of them sold already. So I think those were super cute. We're getting into summer. And while I would love to make some planters, that's definitely like a, you know, like higher ticket item. I'd love to just kind of like bang out some like quick little air plant holders for air plant people. Because they're super adorable. Cause like, I don't know, it's just so much faster to just offer like that small little thing versus like a large planter. I do have a planter next to me that needs to be decorated, but I don't know, I have no idea like how I want to decorate it. I have to like figure out something, but it's the only one that I have, so I'm like, I'm gonna be extremely precious with it and be like, it has to be the perfect design for this planter. What else? I have to make some more kiln cookies. When I brought some stuff to be fired a little while ago, I was like, wow, these are really small. So I'll definitely have to like, that's kind of like on my list, I think, when I make some more stuff, maybe some like kiln cookies that are larger. I make a lot of small pieces, so the ones that I made were really small. So there's that, and then I keep forgetting about them, but I have those 2, if you saw the kiln reveal, I have those 2 vases that got stuck to the kiln cookies. So we're down 2 kiln cookies also. And I need to work on like I smashed off quite a bit of the excess, but I actually need to like maybe smash more off of it and then like put it on the grinding disc and hopefully fix it. I have no idea if it's going to be able to be fixed, but hopefully. So that's like, I don't know, that's just like another thing I have that needs to be done. Okay, how's the shape looking? I think the top here needs to be like fixed a little bit. And then, I don't know, the boot was like really pointy. I'm just gonna like, let me adjust that a little bit. Is up. I think those are like my main things on my to-do list. I still need to get some stilts for the turtles. I was gonna check it and see if I can buy those, like how much that would be to buy it online, instead of going to the ceramic store. So I'll have to do that. I don't think I'm gonna make it in time, but I really should make my mom a new picture. I don't know. She's coming after Mother's Day. So I would need to get like enough done for a bisque firing and a glaze firing by like the end of the month, if I was gonna like make a picture and give it to her kind of for Mother's Day. She asked me like a long time ago to make her a picture. And if you've been watching the stream, we tried making two. One of them, it did get all the way down to like being glaze fired, but it has like a few issues with it, so I don't want to give it to her. I want to give her a good one. But yeah, I keep trying to hand build it on the stream, and it's just not really working out. Let me think. I think we were mostly trying to slap build. Wait. I don't know. We were doing two. One of them was just too bad to move forward with. I think once it dried. I don't know if we did both like slab building and a coil built one, but I'm pretty sure the one that I finished and got glazed, I'm pretty sure that one's coil built, and it has like, I don't know why, the coils aren't quite like together. Like you can see like there's a horizontal line. Like really, it's really tiny. It's really not that big of a deal. But like, I don't know. I want to give my mom like a good piece, you know? But it's like obviously like where two coils were supposed to meet and then it cracked there instead, you know? I'm really not a hand builder. So I've never taken a class on hand building. So yeah, don't, you might not want to take any advice from me. Most of the streams where we're doing stuff like that, I will let you know that it is not a tutorial. A lot of people, I don't know why, a lot of people on YouTube think my videos are tutorials and they'll be like an hour long and I'm just like, what? Like, not, I mean, I don't have a lot of comments, but like there are probably maybe like 3 that have said like, this video is too long for a tutorial. And I'm like, it's a live stream on Twitch. Like, it's not a tutorial. Like, nothing about it says that it's a tutorial. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused. So yeah, any of those things I usually know like how good I feel about it, maybe. Like some things I've like never done before and we try it like brand new on the stream just to like mix things up. And yeah, they don't always turn out quite right. I took all my classes in wheel throwing, so like that's why I actually have training in. And I've literally mostly been like getting my hand building like skills from a lot of like just doing the Twitch stream because I don't want to wheel throw on the stream. I don't quite feel confident about doing it yet. Because there's like a period like 4 years or so where I wasn't wheel throwing and I just kind of completely forgot how. So yeah, so I've been doing like all this hand building on the stream, but it hasn't really been going very well because I literally like don't know that much about hand building. I feel really good about like pinching, like pinch potting. I don't know, sometimes when I make them larger, they start cracking. Like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's like the bottom or something that starts cracking. And then, any kind of 3D slab building is not what is in my wheelhouse. I would say like, I mean, this is technically 3D, you know, but I'm gonna say like these like little trinket dishes and stuff, these are like, I'm gonna say they're 2D, and I feel really good about my process for these. I've never had any of the little like slab built dishes, like I've never had any of them crack or anything, so I feel really good about these. But if it was like I was working on slab building like a miniature barn, so it had like the walls, the roof, the floor, like all, you know, like it was actually 3D, and like stuff like that I have like some issues with. Like getting the right, like getting the angles to line up, and like I don't know, mostly the angles. Or like, I don't know, a lot of the like joint areas start cracking. And I don't know, I just kind of need to do like more of it and like, I don't know, kind of figure out like what I'm doing that isn't quite right. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I still plan on making more YouTube videos that are not the live stream. that has been pushed so far on the back burner that it is collecting dust. But it's like still in my mind to do more videos. I have not worked on that in a like actually long time. But I need to like write scripts out and then kind of like go from there with like the filming or whatever, or voiceover, whatever that is. It's really, I don't know, it's kind of overwhelming. I'm like overwhelmed thinking about it right now. It's really overwhelming, but it's like, I don't know, it's really satisfying to like upload a finished video like that. Like the Twitch ones are so easy. I'm just turning on the camera, turning it off, making a thumbnail. So easy. No planning really. But the other videos, like my tutorials or the more informational ones, are like, there's so much to it, because like I want to like write a script, but then I definitely do not want to be giving anybody wrong information. So I would want to go and like triple check like facts and stuff. Like I want to make some videos, like some intro videos for people that are just like getting into ceramics and like what to expect, like, you know, just like I do want to cover like all the basics, like how to choose clay to use, like what kind of clay do you want to use, what are the differences like between them, how are you going to fire your work, I don't know, like something about the different like you know, the different like techniques that you can do to like make ceramic things. So you have like, you know, like wheel throwing, slab building, coil building, you know, like those things. And just like, I don't know, like I want it to be like a comprehensive channel. But I'm like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like stuck in my tracks a little bit with being overwhelmed. But yeah, I'm hoping to like, I don't know, maybe like this summer, put some time on my calendar to work on that or something. I'm always go, 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 go with my my business stuff. Mostly just like trying to make new products. You know, just actually working on like making more ceramic things. But I'd still like to, you know, work on stuff like that, like more videos for the YouTube and stuff, or like maybe some videos for like Instagram, like reels. I don't know about that. It's really hard to spend like all this time making a reel and then Instagram just like decides not to show it to like anybody, you know? It's really hard. And then it's like, it just kind of like, you know, on Instagram, it's just gonna like fade into the void. But like YouTube, it's not like, it's always around when, you know, when people search certain terms and stuff. And it's like, it's definitely really different. So I don't know. I think I just kind of need to like put my focus in the right places, and I don't know, actually carve out time to maybe work on the videos. I don't know what else is up. I think I need to like edit this little corner here a little bit. Okay. Okay, we've got like 10 minutes left for the stream. This is looking really good. Thickness is pretty good too. Making so much progress on this. Whoops. Wow. I really just carved way too much off the side there. Okay, now it's like now it's like curving up in a weird way. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, that's not so bad. It's, I don't know, the side here is kind of like sticking out. Hear my cat just lapping up water. She's so loud when she drinks water. She's like, she'll just sit there for like 10 minutes drinking water. Like twice a day. She just sits there and drinks so much. I mean, it's good. I don't know. I think they say like cats don't drink enough water or something. I don't know. But I think she does. I think she drinks enough. She just drinks like an entire gallon a day or something. Okay. All right, the front is looking pretty good. I think I need to change this a little bit. Edit that spot. Okay, and then we kind of need to continue on the back side a little bit. Just trim out like a tiny bit more from the back. I don't think I have any updates or anything. If I get any of the underglaze stuff planned out, we might do that on the stream again. If it's like pretty easy to do. I hate like sitting on the stream and like taking like 10 minutes to make a decision or something. So I'd want it to be like really easy to do on the stream and just like pretty much planned out. But we'll see. I don't know. I kind of feel like we've been just doing a lot of this trimming for the cowboy boots and stuff, and it's kind of, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's boring, but like, I don't know. What would we be doing if it wasn't bling? Like, it's either like building something, trimming it, or glazing it. And I mean, I don't know. None of it is all that exciting. So I'm not sure. I don't know. A lot of it is just something that you do like while watching TV or something. That's what I normally do while I'm working, is I'll like watch TV while trimming this. But it has to be like a TV show I'm not that invested in, because I'm mostly going to be looking at what I'm working on. So if it's something that I haven't, like a show that I've like seen before, like a movie that I've seen before or something, that is like what I would watch while like trimming stuff like this. Or like underglazing. Underglazing? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't really watch something that I'm like pretty invested in while I'm like working. Like if I was like really into it, like my favorite shows or something, like I would probably not be watching TV at the same time. I might like need to just like actually watch the TV. But most times I try to like multitask, maybe. Cause like just sitting here trimming is like, it's kind of boring. I don't know, if I'm planning out the underglaze, then like sometimes I have to kind of like pause the TV or YouTube or whatever, and like kind of like think through like the design or something. I don't know. Okay, this is like so close to being done. I just kind of like need to like touch up some areas really. I really need a coffee right now. I don't know, it's always around this time and I get really tired. It's just like, and it's raining too. I don't know. It always makes me really tired when it rains. Just not like quite as energized. Maybe it's like because the sun's not out or something. I don't know. The rain makes me like I mean, I'm like kind of lazy, but like it makes me especially lazy and just like turn into a puddle and just like fall asleep. Okay. We're gonna call it because we're out of time now. But let me add some water to this before I put it away. I'm gonna get the sides and then I'll just like squirt it with some water. Thank you so much for joining and watching this video. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow along so you know when I come on for more videos. All the videos are uploaded to YouTube at Callie & Co. And there you'll find a whole live stream playlist. And then there, like I mentioned, I do have a few ceramic tutorials on there. I also have some other videos on the YouTube as well, including some things that are just kind of like for small handmade businesses, or just kind of like generally like for like any kind of artist. And yeah, If you're watching on Twitch, you can go to my channel page to get a link to my shop or a link to my Instagram if you want to check out like what the pieces actually look like when they're finished. Yeah, and then on YouTube, they're gonna be like, that link is just gonna be in the description for you. And yeah, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining and watching the video. Be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you're watching. Give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.